So this would be an interesting session on life processes of grade 10th, and in this session we'll be discussing about the four important life processes, that is nutrition, respiration, transportation and excretion. So moving ahead, this would be a completely MCQ session of life processes where we will be discussing different MCQs which have been a part of your board papers, and it will be helpful for you too. This will completely check that how thoroughly you have studied. And so, without wasting time, we will start. The very first question says, what are the products obtained by anaerobic respiration in plants? So you just need to tell me, out of the following, what will be the product formed in case of anaerobic respiration? A, that is lactic acid and energy. B, that is carbon dioxide, water and energy. C, that is ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy. And fourth is pyruvate. So which among the following is the correct answer for anaerobic respiration in plants? Yes, in case of anaerobic respiration, the products are ethanol plus carbon dioxide plus energy. Great. Moving ahead to the next question, the breakdown of pyruvate to give carbon dioxide, water and energy takes place in when pyruvate breaks down and it gives what? Carbon dioxide, water and energy. So in which during vigorous physical exercise may cause cramps. So when does cramps occur and what substance production lead to the cause of the cramps? So the very first is ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy. Second, see, respiratory pigment is responsible for transfer of various gases, or basically the oxygen in our blood. So which gas is responsible for transferring oxygen in our blood? That is which pigment? That is hemoglobin. Moving ahead to the next one, which plant tissue transports water and minerals from roots to the leaves? Now in plants there are different tissues, we all know, we have studied in our grade 9. So which plant tissue is responsible for transferring water and minerals? You need to be careful and respond. So you know all these are the four types of plant tissue: xylem, phloem, parenchyma, collenchyma. So which among them is responsible for transportation of water and minerals? Great. Yes, the correct answer is xylem. Xylem is responsible for transportation of water and minerals from roots to the leaf. The next, the movement of food in phloem. See, the plant is responsible for transportation of both water, minerals and food. So the movement of food in phloem is called what? The very first, transpiration. Second, translocation. Third, respiration. और फोर्थ, evaporation. तो movement of food किसकी वजह से possible है? Yes, the movement of food in phloem is called, very good, getting up the correct answer, is translocation. Perfect. The next one, a blood vessel which pumps the blood from the heart to the entire body. ऐसी कौन सी blood vessel है जो हमारे hemoglobin, out of the four, which is responsible for pumping the blood to the different parts or to the entire body? Yes, responsible for selective reabsorption. Hurry up, your answers are awaited. A, tubule. B, glomerulus. C, Bowman's capsule. Or D, ureter. Yes, the correct answer among the following is tubule. The tubular part, which is convoluted and twisted, is responsible for selective reabsorption. The next one, where is the dirty blood in our body filtered? जो dirty blood है वो कहाँ पर filter होता है हमारी body में? The very first option is heart, second lungs, third ureter, or fourth kidney. Dirty blood. See, you need to be careful while responding to the answer of the dirty blood, because heart is responsible for pumping, lungs are responsible for changing of deoxygenated blood into oxygenated blood. Ureter is just a tube which we talked about. It is responsible for carrying urine to the bladder. The dirty blood in our body is filtered in kidneys. Correct answer. Great, Mahi. The next one. The procedure used for cleaning the blood of a person by separating urea from is called. कौन सा प्रोसीजर है जिसमें ब्लड क्लीन करा जाता है यूरिया को सेपरेट करके? So there are 4 options on your screen, that is osmosis, filtration, dialysis, or double circulation. Out of the 4, you need to name the procedure used for cleaning the blood of a person by separating urea. Yes, perfect, Pranshi. The correct answer is dialysis. Dialysis is responsible for removing nitrogenous products from our blood, and urea is one of the nitrogenous product. Since when kidneys do not work, the person is kept upon dialysis. The next question. Which is the correct sequence of the body parts in the human alimentary canal? So you all know what is the passage of the food when it travels to the human alimentary canal. So the 4 options are there on your screen. You need to think which among the 4 is the correct passage of the transfer of food. किससे सही तरीके से food transfer हो रहा है? Great. Everyone is responding good. The second one, because the food travels from mouth to the food pipe, that is esophagus, then stomach, small intestine, followed by large intestine. It's the correct answer. Next, again, you need to identify the correct path of urine in the human body. What is the correct path of urine? From where is urine composed and how it travels? So there are 4 options. The first is kidney to urinary bladder to urethra or ureter. The second option, urinary bladder to ureter and then to kidney and urethra. The third option, kidney to ureter, ureter to urethra and then urinary bladder. And the fourth option, kidney to ureter, ureter to urinary bladder and urethra. So yes, the correct answer is the D one. First, kidney prepares the urine, removes the nitrogenous waste from the blood. Then ureters carry it to the urinary bladder where urine is stored, and then urethra is the small opening which releases the urine out of the body. The next one. The enzymes contained in pancreatic juice helps in the digestion of. Now this is a very important and twisted question. See students, MCQ always contains the answers which are most likely the same. कौन से आंसर सेम हो सकता है? तो आपको पूछ रहे हैं पेनक्रियाटिक जूस किसकी डाइजेशन में हेल्प करता है? फर्स्ट, फैट्स एंड कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स. सेकंड, प्रोटीन्स एंड फैट्स. थर्ड, proteins and carbohydrates, and fourth, protein, fats and carbohydrates. So you need to tell about the enzyme of pancreatic juice. Great. Hurry up. So enzymes, I hope you all know what are enzymes. Enzymes are biocatalysts which increase the rate of the reaction and helps to complete the process through a semi-permeable membrane. And what is that process? That process is Correct. Yes. That process is osmosis. Osmosis is responsible for the movement from less solute concentration to the region of high solute concentration through semi-permeable membrane. If we talk about diffusion, diffusion always takes the movement from the region of high concentration to the region of low concentration. The need of semi-permeable membrane is not required. Translocation and transpiration are the terms you already have gone through and are responsible for transportation. So there are certain options given to you, and you need to tell which among the following is responsible for separating out the waste. The very first is A, kidney transplant. The second, cleaning for separating out the waste from it. Yes, the correct answer is C, dialysis. The dialysis is the procedure which separates out the waste unit which is responsible for excretion, and that is nephron. The next, plants use energy stored in the ATP to accomplish the process of transportation of. प्लांट्स जो अपनी एटीपी हैं वो यूज कर रहे हैं कौन सा ट्रांसपोर्टेशन का प्रोसेस पूरा करने के लिए? ए, वाटर एंड मिनरल्स, बी, ऑक्सीजन, सी, वाटर मिनरल्स एंड फूड, और डी, फूड. प्लांट को एटीपी किस लिए चाहिए होती है? देखिए, प्लांट को जब ट्रांसपोर्टेशन करनी होती है उसको ट्रांसपोर्टेशन ऑफ वाटर एंड मिनरल्स के लिए कोई एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं होती. द प्लांट नीड एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट और एटीपी for the process of transportation of food. So the answer would be D, food, because transpiration is responsible for the movement of water and no energy is required for transpiration. It occurs with the help of transpirational pull. Great, Navya. The next one. Which among the following is necessary to carry out the blood coagulation in a cut or a wound? इनमें से क्या नेसेसरी है अगर हमें ब्लड कोआगुलेशन का प्रोसेस करना है? एंड व्हेन इट ब्लड कोआगुलेशन प्रोसेस टेक्स प्लेस व्हेन देयर इज अ कट और अ वाउंड. सो देयर आर डिफरेंट ब्लड सेल्स गिवन टू यू. White blood cells, the next is the blood plasma, the third is the platelets, and the fourth are RBCs, that is the red blood cells. So yes, perfect answers by everyone. It is platelets. Platelets are responsible for the blood clotting, that is, it do not allow the blood to release when there is a cut or a wound. The next, arteries and veins are connected by a network of extremely narrow tubes called. Now, we know there are three types of blood vessels in the body, and arteries and veins are connected by a network of extremely narrow tubes. The very first option is sieve tubes, second, capillaries, third, vena cava, or fourth, valves. Yes, the correct answer is capillaries. Great. The next one. Here, the maximum exchange of material between blood and the surrounding cells takes place. So this could be a little confusion because the maximum exchange of material. Now you need to think, where is the maximum exchange taking place? Veins, heart, capillaries, or arteries? Hurry up, hurry up. Great, Priyanshi. Perfect. The maximum exchange takes place in capillaries. Moving ahead to the next one. Lipase acts on. You need to think on what nutrient or on what substance lipase acts. So I hope you all remember that lipase is a type of enzyme. And lipase acts upon which of the following for the breakdown? The first, amino acids, second, fats, third, carbohydrates, or all of these. Very good. The lipase acts upon fats. Perfect. The next one. Blood consists of what fluid medium? ब्लड में कौन सा फ्लूइड मीडियम है आउट ऑफ द फोर? दैट इज lymph, platelets, plasma, or all of these. Out of which medium is found in the blood? Hurry up. Blood consists of, yes, blood consists of which fluid medium? That is the lymph. The very first. The next, the extracellular fluid released from the capillaries is what? The extracellular fluid released from the capillaries is A. Serum, B. Plasma, C. Lymph, or D. Mucus. Out of the following, which is the extracellular fluid released from the capillaries? Yes, either it is serum, plasma, lymph, or mucus. How lymph is formed? The lymph is formed when extracellular fluid is released from the capillaries and it fills up the vacant spaces. So the correct answer is lymph. And yes, the blood consists of what fluid medium? Lymph also helps in transportation, but it is not a part of the blood. The correct answer would be plasma. Blood consists of plasma as a fluid medium. Sorry for the problem. Next, when air is blown from mouth into a test tube containing lime water, the lime water turned milky due to the presence of. So when air is blown out of the mouth, see, that's a very simple question, but it in a twisted form. When air is blown out, so which air we human beings exhale? Oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, or water vapor? Yes, that's obvious that the air blown out is carbon dioxide. So the carbon dioxide presence turns lime water milky. Moving ahead to the next. What prevents backflow of blood inside the heart during contraction? अब backflow of blood कौन prevent करता है? There are certain options. That is, the first is valves in heart. Second, thick muscular walls of ventricles prevent the backflow of blood. Third, thin wall of atria. Or fourth, all of these. Which of the following prevents the backflow of blood? Great. The correct answers are coming. Very good. Yes. The very first, valves in the heart. The next one. Lack of oxygen in muscles often lead to the cramps among cricketers. This results due to. Now, the lack of oxygen is because of what? The very first, conversion of pyruvate to ethanol. Second, conversion of pyruvate to glucose. Third, non-conversion of glucose to pyruvate. Or the fourth, conversion of pyruvate to lactic acid. So yes, the correct answer, great, everyone is responding correct. It is due to the conversion of pyruvate to lactic acid. Pyruvate is a 3-carbon molecule and lactic acid is produced and it is responsible for causing cramps to the sports person or whenever there is a lack of oxygen. Next, this has a smaller intestine. Now you need to tell among the following which has a smaller intestine. A. Carnivore. B. Herbivore. C. Both A and B. And D. None of the above. So, out of these, which has a smaller intestine? Either carnivore or herbivore or both A and B. Hurry up, hurry up. Yes, the smaller length is observed in perfect students. It is in comparison of herbivore and carnivore, the smaller length is in carnivore, because you might have gone through that herbivores have to digest cellulose. Herbivores have cellulose in their diet, and that cellulose leads to